history is filled with liars. If he lives and we die, his truth becomes written.
You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We count them digits and subtract it. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We caught that nigga, send him packing. Yeah, we send it niggas back. Don't give a fuck about the past. He hit the pavement, now he napping. You need some shit, just tap, tap, tap it. Just know your role and play your part. You're all talk and you're all bar. We see the loser in your heart, so please stop acting like you're smart. We left that loser in a ditch. That's what you get for talking shit. These niggas talking tough for Twitter, but I know you're full of it. Talking about slime, talking about gang. Nigga, you do not have no click. Nigga trying to say I make a mad, but boy, you really make me sick. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. You told a Glock, that bitch your face. You don't want smoke, get out my face. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Can't walk this darkness in my place. I got cold white inside my veins. You niggas ain't rapping, such a disgrace. That boy stay capping, need a cage. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We count them digits and subtract it. Don't fuck with lanes, don't fuck with facts. Don't care about bitches and distraction. My bank account, another transaction. We caught that nigga, send him packing.
You did not miss anything. Just give me a second. Let me play this.
Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking.
Don't play with that man, Gustang. Don't play with him. Don't play with him. He's back as the arbiter of whatever, the something, the whoop-dee-doo. We had two translations this week that I want to post in the chat in case you only read the original one that we usually have. We actually did have two this time around. So here you go. It's by Arvin Comics. But I'll be honest with you, they were both bad. So it didn't help the way we wanted it to help, but it's still nice to see somebody else attempting to pick up the mantle. I wonder if sometimes it's worded weird, or just translating things from Korean to English is just because we don't have certain words. You know, I always use this example. I think it's karoshi in Japanese. It means death by overworking. Now, people work themselves until, work too hard until they're hurt or whatever. However, we don't have a word for that. We have to describe it in a sentence. Why did he pass away? He worked too hard. Death by overworking. We don't have a term for it. So I wonder if this maybe Korean to English is one of those languages it's hard to get things perfectly great and straight and all those things. But talk to me. How did you guys feel about the chapter this week? I thought it was honestly fun and very intriguing. But I'm going to be real. Out of the last stretch that we've got for a while, this is probably my least favorite because I think it fake answers a lot. I think I have a lot of questions. But I liked it though. And I like the direction we're moving in. But what's up, Barry? I just see you struggling. Not struggling, but just over there with Arsenal, doing what you can, what you need. Arsenal over there. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who cringed at the translation. Nah, there was some bad ones, and I had two to read, and I'm like, this might have confused me more. I'll give you an example. There's one part where V says, "Zahard, don't you call yourself king?" And that would insinuate that it's a self-proclaimed title, like I'm the champion. But no one really sees me that way. That's what I called myself. And there's one where he's like, "You're the king, aren't you?" Which would imply that he's a king already. So it's like, which one is it? Zahard's own delusion, or is it? Or maybe he knows he'll be king. I'm not sure. Like there was a lot of confusion in that. This season gonna be a long one, man. Bro, just defeat Pep. I'm sick and tired of y'all. Just beat Pep. I'm tired of that guy winning. I'm blaming you and Liverpool. Beat him. Figure it out. I'm tired. God damn it. Oh, this chapter still found a way to feel short in your opinion. There was a stretch of the fight where like one of the panels were so long that I felt like that elongated the chapter. I thought it was longer on all things considered, but then again, I was reading 2 translations at once. Maybe that's what made it feel long to me. Fun fact, Mulov got a cousin called Yua Love, who's a blood. Nah, you didn't miss anything. Yo, what's up, Malik? I like how Gustang destroyed Traumerei's mask. I saw it coming. What's good, boss? I'm here. What's up? You're stopping by to say hello. Appreciate you. We've been in a pretty good stretch. I don't know if you still really keep up, but we've been in a pretty good stretch recently, all things considered. But I hope all is well. You and your rocks and minerals over there. With your rocks and your minerals and your igneous rock and sedimentary rock manga. I gotta really like dive into it at some point. I've read a little bit of it, but I never fully dived into it. But I'll get around to it at some point. She's gonna be a long one. Just beat Pep Guardiola, please. That's all I'm asking. I heard KDB might go to to Saudi. I might need that. Solid. I think V's flaw is probably carelessness. He ducking responsibility. I'll say this. I called V's captaincy into question or leadership into question, but I'm still under the impression, I guess, Zahard and V are the de facto leaders or who most people look up to, but V definitely is very much non-confrontational and doesn't seem to like to have to really make a solid decision, though he seems good at educating and allocating a specific role to the best possible person. I'd argue, based on what we know, there's nobody better to be the arbiter of truth and the truth seeker than Gustang. So I agree with that decision. I think it's because we cut back to the present time instead of sticking to the flashback, which I didn't expect it to be that short. My ass hasn't been reading since the 480s, man. I fell into gemology. I'm not mad at it, man. He over there with the rock people from Jojo Leon, the rock niggas. The rock niggas, man. Nah, I'm going to get to it, though, at some point. But, hey, as long as you eating off of it and you enjoying it, that's all I like to see. I like to see my brothers win. I'm jumping for joy. KDB needs to go. If he's gone, that's a different team. That's not the same squad. They don't understand how important he is. But yeah. Based on what Gustang said at one point, where it was like, he basically said, I will use this staff as I continue to find the truth, the juke bee, the jade rod, whatever you want to call it. I do think I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if it's when another event comes up, another scenario, a memory, a new piece of evidence. I think it gets analyzed. We'll jump back into some modicum of the past, go through it, maybe not in great detail. It might be more like a montage. And then we come back to the present. I don't know if you guys agree with that, though. I have no idea. I was shocked to see us come back to the present so quickly, because I had so many more questions. Because I was just like, yeah, Traumerei messed up when he pulled the lever. Then he started to get into the dark arts, necromancy. Oh, no. Also, we did a bad thing. Do you feel bad now? It's like, wait, what was the thing? Explain. Explain. So. Love you, dog. Keep the grind up, my girl. I appreciate it. Keep doing you. We gotta do something sooner rather than later, though. You were supposed to pull up, but it's okay. It happens. I get it. What's up? You're okay. This is one of the things I want to get to. Hold on. High-key Traumerei's point about being eternal rulers was really not that wrong. They ruled for over 10k years without any trouble. That's fair. Hi, Leona. This can be a good way to give us more of the forgotten memories, possibly. Plus, it's going to take someone sent by the outside god and bam with a bunch of other people to even take them down. I just know SU must be enjoying all of these teases of the other family doing their other to climb. I do think that Lizard said this. Stop artificially and unnaturally putting family heads into scenes if we won't show them. I'll be honest with you. Don't bring up high Yuri if you're not going to show her. I don't get the point of that. We already know she looks like Yuri, and Yuri looks like her. Just show her as a younger person. Stop playing around. Like, to me, it's very weird to constantly bring them up and not show them. Like, you haven't mentioned Traumerei, so I'm not thinking about seeing Traumerei or Blood Matter. But you have mentioned Urine many times. Stop doing that if you're not going to show her. I don't think that's a good decision. It's very weird. And it's not a full spoiler to show what they may have looked like in the past, because their present version could be designed a lot differently. That's just my opinion, though. So, yeah. We definitely need more, though, especially on Jihad and V. I'm hoping we get to there at some point, but it might just focus more on the Traumerei and Gustang conflict. What else was I going to say? Okay, when it comes to Traumerei's speech, what did you guys think about it? Did you think that he was he spitting? Was he rationalizing? Or did you fall under my umbrella? I understand his point of view, though I don't agree with it. You are not a god. You're just a supernatural being that's stronger than most people. You are not literally God. But let me see if I can find it. Because I'm gonna read both translations. You tell me. Maybe not both. Whatever. Okay. Well, you know what? I'll start here. I'm a kind of speedy run it though. It's kind of like you made a mistake, yada yada. You did that, blah blah blah. Do you repent? Do you regret or feel sorry for what happened, for the events of that day? Regret or sorrow? I don't know. I do not know such feelings now, so I cannot know how I felt then, and I can't force myself to feel what I don't know now. So I have no regrets. No, to be exact, I do not know. I see. Your words, along with your memories, will be weighed in the balance of judgment. The scales were tipped in the favor of punishing you. As a result of the verdict, Podal Gustang will be resurrected as the judge of errors for your misdeeds. I expected it, but you just wasted the last chance I gave you. Is it really so hard for you to admit that you are guilty of your mistakes? Then this is the part I'm talking about. If you already know, why ask? It's not that hard for us, Gustang, but that it is impossible. Even kneeling, we are in a much higher position than insignificant creatures. So if we kneel down and ask them for forgiveness, can that be called true repentance? What sincerity can there be towards insignificant creatures when one is already on a different level? How can we admit our past mistakes when it has come to this? Give up. We already have no way to be forgiven, Gustang. And the world calls such men rulers. What the insignificant creatures want from us is not reflection or repentance, Gustang. It is a fall from grace, so to speak. And if people like us hesitate when we fall, they will wait until we have our necks stretched out to tear our flesh. It seems cowardly, but it is human nature. From the moment we got to the top, we only had the choice to fall or not. But Zahard has given us a way of avoiding falling forever. Only now we have defied the laws of the tower and become beings who will never fall. Isn't it ironically for the same reason you've been playing this game and you plan that ridiculous act of entrusting our punishment to the guy named Bellerir? You know it too. You are being like us. You are a man without remorse, incapable of feeling any emotion towards insignificant creatures. Isn't that why you gave your place to that guy called Bellerir and entrusted him with our punishment? Let's put an end to this senseless behavior, go back to the way it was in the past, and let's stop complaining about things that there is no way to recover. I understand why he's saying what he's saying, especially with the memories and emotions he doesn't have. It makes sense. I'm not mad at it, but I don't agree with it. I don't think he's justified in feeling this way. But how do you guys feel about this whole speech? Did it move you? Did it not move you? Was he spitting? Was he not spitting? Did he have bars? Did he not have bars? So yeah. This can wait. I'm interested to see if they were climbing as separate groups or as one big group. It feels so far they have been as two small groups. Maybe on some team Sweet and Sour and like Bam's original team. Such a relief when Traumerei gets somewhat. He was low-key spitting. It is interesting that V and Zahard seem like good friends, and from this chapter, it looks like V relies on Zahard and looks to him for help. That's propaganda. Well, at least he knows he is a jerk. Ultimately, it comes down to Jihad's way of ruling and the reason for falling out with V and Arlene. Just because you are on top doesn't mean you have the right. That's more so where I fall in. But I don't look at anybody and be like, you are a god. There's people in the DC Comics universe, Detective Comics, who look at Superman as God. Superman's not God. He is merely a being from another planet that gets supercharged by a yellow star and a white star and some various other ones. But under a red star, he's not anything special. He's just as powerful as your average human. He did not create the universe and the world. Superman, Kal-El, is not God. He's a very powerful being. And that's why I'll never agree with when these people come talking with their God complex on some Eneru, whatever the case may be. You are not literally God. You did not create the world and the universe. And you're not a benevolent deity. So I can't agree with it. Did he have points? Sure. Did he say things where I'm like, from your perspective, I get why you think that way? Yes. But do I agree? Fuck no. Now, does that mean I absolve Gustang and the other family heads of their sins? No. I think they're probably relatively all equal in the things that they have done, forgotten, and the blood they've spilt. But I believe you can do wrong and want to be better, even if you don't fully understand how. Me and somebody could have robbed the store. Let's say it's a small ma and pop shop. We both robbed it. Maybe your acts of robbery were more heinous. Maybe I took a water and a candy bar. You took more, right? We got caught. You don't feel bad. I got to eat. I ain't got shit. I got to eat. Okay, fair enough. But I can be like, damn, I got to eat. But I took food off of somebody else's plate and they got to eat and they got people that they got to feed. I do feel bad that I did this. I can't judge you because we both did the same thing, but I want to do better moving forward. And that's where I feel like the disconnect between Traumerei and Gustang is. Because Gustang is admitting, I have become one of you. I am unworthy. That is why I gave Bellavere that role. But you're so arrogant you think you can fly forever. That we're bringing you back down to earth. I respect that. I respect that far more than Traumerei's perspective. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? They ruled for 10K without trouble. Outside God with Bam with a bunch of people take them out. Enjoying the teachers this family had. More on V and Jihad. Interested to see they were climbing separate. I mean, I was there already. Low-key spitting. Well, at least you know he's a jerk. I think he's both being honest and rationalizing. I think that's actually a good point. Any chance I double back for Kubera? What do you mean double back? Double back in what sense? He believes what he says, but I think it's wrong because they aren't gods. Exactly why Bam is so different, because he treats the regular people like actual people, unlike the family heads. You could kind of somewhat throw Mazzino into that point. Mazzino's gotten as powerful as them, and someone as simple as Hell Joe, he looked out for. A simple hole repairman. And before he knew Bam wasn't a regular, he's like, there's a baby slayer in FUG. I like that kid. So it's not that you have to lose that part of yourself to gain power. It's just that some people don't have the strength of character to stand on their morals. Let me see. He's wrong. He could just accept responsibility. I don't think he ever needed to be sorry. Taking accountability doesn't mean you're bowing down for punishment. It's just holding your L. I can agree with that. Then again, in Traumerei's view, who can check this ninja beside another god? I would never approve of such a god complex, but no one until Gustang has checked this man. You ain't a god. Everyone says V is self-serving or selfish, but honestly, Bam is the same. You can make that argument. Late to the stream, welcome. It just dropped like 30 minutes ago. Nah, not today, brother. Not today. Another day. And then Kubera, yeah, it just dropped. Yeah, not today, man. I'm tired. After this, I have to edit the Patreon, and then I'm gonna go rest. I'm tired. I had my wrist messed up today because someone dropped something on my wrist. Like I want to just ice my wrist and stuff like that. So another day. But yeah. I just can't. I can't agree with what Traumerei is doing. I just can't. I can't agree with it. But I understand why he's that way, especially since he literally doesn't have some of those memories. But it was a arrogant defiance, but a very honest truth. Cause he's like, I don't know. I can't feel those emotions anymore. I don't feel bad because I don't know, bro. And I'm like, fair enough. Now I wanna read what Gustang's rebuttal was a little bit. See if I can find it. Cause I found that was also somewhat interesting. Where is it? Downfall. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Also, V and Arlene didn't leave until the end. They're just as guilty, but didn't abdicate responsibility. Okay, so this is what Gustang said. No. Even if I may lack the qualification as you said, I will use my position as a judge to shatter the arrogant wings of those who delude themselves into thinking they can fly forever. I, Gustang, will enact judgment and bring forth the death staff to which only a judge can wield. I will wield this as I uncover the truth. The wretched creatures that await the right to drive it into the ground is indeed mine. I shall cast you down to the same place as those you despise. The judgment that follows will be theirs, not mine. As you said, I too am a being like you. I'm simply disgusted by your arrogance. I just want to instigate a gap, a rift, whatever you want to call it. Your fall, that's the greatest judgment I can enact. And I think there's validity to that. That made sense to me. I like that. I like how he phrased that. You guys gonna remember that the family heads have been in the tower and have been ruling for a long ass times. They got way more jaded. If Bam reaches their level, he will remain the same as he is. You don't know that for a fact. Bam's strength of character might be a bit different than other people. You're just assuming that. And that's not fair to Bam. Bam might not be like them. Mazzino and Bam could be people who are that strong, who never look down on those who are beneath them, who are weaker than them, who are not as strong as them, because of their character and personality and other things that they value. Not everyone's going to value just overwhelming strength and might and godliness. Exactly. Mazzino is so different to the family heads. Missing memories plays such a role. I know this is focusing on Traumerei and Gustang, but I want to see the other family heads' views. I want to see their point of view as well. Like Arya Han is one that I'm interested in seeing. What did you think about his new weapon? He started busting Traumerei. Yeah, it was cool. The cool stuff. I want to know if it has any different properties, because it's kind of said like you can't resist its punishment if it's supposed to punish you, but I don't know what that means. But it's cool. I like the Seraph of Light. That was a cool move. That moved me. How much longer do you think Urek will stay neutral? And do you think Gustang and Traumerei's hearing judgment will go uninterrupted? Will we resolve everything here? Or chess match? Chess match? That chess match is not happening. Give up on that. They're not playing chess. They're going to fight. We're not getting no chess game. If they stop to play chess, I'll be upset. I don't care no more. It's too late. You guys abandoned the game like you abandoned every game before. Did we ever get the Canine Tooth Festival? No. We don't play the games. Bam never got to go on his dating show. We just lie and cap and pretend we're going to play a game and do something else. You need to be used to this by now. Gustang is spitting. He knows he is wrong and he should also be judged, but he also knows eventually the rest of them will pay for their sins. Exactly. He knows you cannot rule and stand at the top forever. I think by the time Bam gets to family head level, he's going to have to be willing to make more personal sacrifices. That makes sense. My last part was a question. Oh, not a statement? My bad. If Bam reaches their level, will he remain the same as he is? Probably not, but I don't know that he would go as far as them. But maybe, but this could be one of those things too. Like look at it this way. I can't speak for some people. Have you guys ever had somebody in your family or somebody older that you're close to that you know go through something, and maybe you've seen that cycle in your family a little bit or a friend circle and go, I will not make those same mistakes? Maybe your uncle's an alcoholic and then one of your cousins became an alcoholic, and because you saw how it destroyed them, you know to do better. I don't want to drink. Bam has seen how the other irregulars have been warped and twisted by the tower. Maybe using them as a barometer, he goes like, I can't become like them, because he's seen what they can do when they become evil or twisted, and thus he tries his best to go the other route. Now, mind you, sometimes trying to avoid the familial cycle is the very reason you fall into it. But he might break that mold. Only time can tell. I don't see Bam turning out like the others because he started out with literally nothing and no one. Magic chest. I'm also interested in the fact that the family heads are able to break the rules of the tower, but Maxeth was able to make a tool, Gustang's weapon, that can impose rules on family heads. Don't forget that he had to spill his noble blood for it to work, though. So I don't know if that weapon is totally powerful, and it wasn't. And I think Gustang's death was the extra thing it needed for it to work. So yeah. Canine Tooth Festivals, marriage, chess, just fists. Yeah, we got the Tooth Festival. They just didn't finish. Not really. It was just kind of like, oh, let's play. Nah, never mind. Hey, Bam. What? These girls gonna fight for you? Are they? Oh no, they're not. Like, but you get my point though. Even the Guardians looked at Bam differently. Yeah. So it's not to be like, oh my God, like it just might be the thing where Bam's the MC, he's the main character, he'll be the one that does things differently. So all we can do is wait and see. I get it. It's not interesting. It's not sexy. It's boring. I get that. Personally, I think it's boring. I think it'd be more interesting if Bam has a lot of personality flaws and character flaws. The way I think V is a pussy, and he's meek and spineless, like they said. I don't like people. I actually have a problem with the person who tries to be cool with everybody in life. I think when you stand for everything, you stand for nothing. At some point, you have to draw a line in the stand in the sand, and have boundaries. So I actually don't like that. You know, the friend who's like, yo, I'm beefing with that person, but it's like, oh, I get along with everybody. And then, no, you don't. You're just afraid of any type of conflict, and thus you refuse to engage in it. So you pretend to play nice to everybody, and thus you don't stand for anybody. I don't like that. Even someone like Urek has been in the tower only a few hundred years. Who knows? Maybe in the outside world, Urek might be strong, but still have people above him. How will his personality change from being the top dog for so long and seeing how the people underneath react to his overwhelming strength? I think that can affect anybody, but I think your personal mental fortitude and emotional regulation will dictate either how long you can fend off starting to look down on them or it not bothering you. Marzino's not perfect, by the way. He has a lot of character flaws. I'm not calling him perfect, but he hasn't started to see himself as just like, oh, I'm stronger than you. I'm better. He's not his Homelander. Also, Bam's experiences are different from the family head, so his decisions will be different from theirs. Why did the Guardian told them beta testers? I think that was just the term for regulars or climbers, whatever you want to call them, before there was an actual term. So a beta tester would be somebody who was experimenting with something before it's really finished. So there are the experimental climbers before there was a proper term for it. I don't overthink that. Bam, the good guy, the MC, boring, not very interesting. I feel it. You're back home. That's good. I'm glad you're back home safely. Agreed. V is very much like Bam, and when he doesn't want to hurt people to get his way, I'm pretty sure V had to learn the hard way. I think V is going to be one of those people that people turn against him because he refuses to stand on anything. You could try to be the politician who's like, I accept all the viewpoints. But the people who are stuck in their left wing or right wing or libertarian mindset are not going to like that. You're wishy-washy. They're going to think you're a pussy. You won't pick a point and stand on it. So you won't get their votes. So you're going to have to align yourself with some type of political ideology. I'm a libertarian. I'm a socialist. I'm a this. I'm a whatever the case may be. And I think bad leaders don't have a draw a line in the sand. Bam and V are almost one and the same. They have a lot of overlapping commonalities so far. Chapter rating, I probably had a 7.5 this week. It was good though. I liked it. It was good. This flashback is Gustang's war crimes? No. But there was a weird line in one of them that called him Convict Gustang. So for a second I thought he was on trial too, but the other translation doesn't say that. It's really weird. For the first week in a while, I was excited because I had two translations and it didn't even help me. But let me show you something. Hold on. Right here. I'll find it for you. Weirdly says this, right? Whoops. Just give me a second. Convict Gustang will be subjected to the consequences of his actions. Maybe the name was wrong. I don't know, but just so much carelessness in these translations, bro. Whoa, why is my camera all the way down here? Who told you to do that? Then over here it just says as a result of the verdict, Poe Bidal Gustang will be resurrected as a judge of errors for your misdeeds. Like, just makes shit hard. We just gotta do the best of what we got. I wonder if they were called beta testers because of unstated history with the workshop. Couldn't tell you. I'm like you guys. I read it every week. I have no extra information y'all don't have. With this chapter, the fact that V himself aligns very well, he approaches problems but never solves them. I don't think that's a strong enough reason to just be like, yeah, he definitely did it. I don't know what happened there. I have to see it. But I hear you though. Maybe because they all are sinners, so something like Sinner Gustang. Other than that, I don't know. Sinner Gustang would make sense, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's self-proclaimed. In his flashback, Wagnan's mom, Nanny, referred to him as the King's Seed, and this sword says something similar. It seems more like a birthright to him, and for Jihad's distant. Okay, fair enough. I can even understand now why Gustang said he hated V because he ran away from the problem and killed himself. That could be a factor to it, or maybe Gustang never wanted to really be the truth keeper and the person who settles disputes. He's like, you just dumped this problem on me because you don't want to deal with it. I'm looking at V sideways this chapter. I look at him sideways. I'm like, I'm seeing flaws in your character and your leadership already. Gustang Zahard could possibly be a better leader than you. That remains to be seen, but I don't know. At this point, the true winner is going to end up Mexeth in the workshop. That's funny. No, V does what he wants. The scene with Li Rang, Edwan, and V plays out similarly to an argument between Bam and company. Traumerei prevented him from saving the innocents his way. True. V suicides his last prank. I don't know if V's gone or still here yet. I'm not entirely convinced that he offed himself, or it could have been one of those things where it was like he had to do it to protect someone or something. I don't know. How did you guys take the line of Traumerei, Traumerei's necromancy and not allowing the Shinsu of like dead, like divine sea creatures to return to the flow of Shinsu? Do you think that really messed up something in the tower? Because it looks like it's almost like that's his Shinwan Ryu, all creatures. Let me find it real quick. That was a cold panel. That was one of the better panels this week. Like right here. Yeah. How did you guys take that? He started to go into the Traumerei. So in the end, Traumerei was not satisfied. Traumerei ended up entering forbidden territory, necromancy, a forbidden spell that imprisons the spirits of the dead inside of their corpses to control the dead as if they were alive. Since then, Traumerei continued to have dangerous thoughts. And in the end, his thoughts brought irreparable disaster to the tower. How did you guys take this portion right here with this panel? Because that looks like the all creatures things he used on the cat tower, I would say. Where was I at? It did say that the role Gustang was given a judge, so you did get harder and harder. So I wonder, I wouldn't doubt that he grew resentful of V. V is in the essence of bravery. It's weird that Jaha doesn't step in. He just lets V lead them. I wonder when the switch happened that he became the leader. I don't know that there's a definitive leader yet. Just two people that they look up to the most. It felt too similar to what White did to be as impactful as it's implied. Fair. He upset the balance of nature. All the family heads did, to be honest. It definitely did do something grave to the tower, but I don't know exactly how it affects the flow of the tower. For right now, it's kind of vague, but I guess that would be his gravest sin. White seals in a billion souls. Holland is the vessel of instinct. Shinhui. Good point. It's hard to say since we got Mr. White who ate a soul and there was no result. Seems like animals weren't supposed to be a thing, and them being a thing was against the tower's plans. It's possible. I find it hard to believe that the train was in more contact with the workshop than Gustang. Sup, Katan? Yeah. Maybe every Shinwei in the tower became Traumerei's property after death. Oh, that's interesting. And yeah, he smacked him in the face with the staff. He broke his mask. He's not scarred or anything, so he got the same lips he used to. They look less girly, and we're gonna see them duke it out. Don't go to Bam and Dumas. Don't do it, bro. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Yeah, I think it was a fun chapter. It's intriguing, but I just have a lot of inquiries. I don't really know where, like, I don't know. I have so many things to say. I don't think White did something similar. The souls in Whites are dead, but with Traumerei, the animals were neither dead or alive. Weird border that causes a glitch in the tower. Case in point is Wang Wang and the Nennea. She wouldn't have happened if Traumerei is a weirdo to control all things. And that is necromancy. Tiara just dropped the chapter. Be careful not to be spoiled because you might want to react later. Yeah, I know. I seen it. I'm not gonna do it today though. I'll just do it. I don't know, tomorrow. I guess tomorrow after we watch Tower of God or something. I'll just read Kubera. Maybe every Shinwei in the tower became Traumer's property after death. It's possible. So you think when V decided to exit life, it was out of cowardness, and that's why he apologized to Arlene? I don't know. You got one thing that you guys do that I don't agree with is you guys have definitive headcanon in your head or theories that you act is true. We do know that the story said V killed himself. I understand that, but I don't know for a fact he did. It could be a lie. It could be propaganda. There could have been a reason. It could have been like, the only way for Bam to survive is if you take your own life type beat. And that's why he decides to do it. I don't know. I don't have context. I don't even theorize or think this far down the line. I am not a prognosticator. I do not know. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I am unaware. I do not possess the information you require. It is a theory. We have to see what happens. What do I think? I don't have any thoughts. I will see that when I get there. This is not a series that I feel the need to think forward because I think it's pointless. He might just change his mind on a whim. So I think some of the information that I have is not that important. I just see what he gives me and I analyze what I get. Just to be clear. Thank you very much. Come again. Traumerei still makes sure to do his skincare routine every day when he do his freaky ish. What is V's death was what Arlie needed to leave the tower? Maybe somehow the death's irregular opens a rift and he got out of there. It's definitely a kind of taboo to disrupt the natural flow of life and death in the tower. Could agree with that. When do you think Jihad gained future sight? After the hidden floor. I don't know what's trusted propaganda. They always lie. Yep. It could be that Traumerei's accumulating too much power and the imbalance is an issue for the tower. But I don't think he's the strongest family head, so I don't know if that's true. I mean, V and Arlene eventually drew a line in the sand when it came to the treatment of the in-tower habitants. Now, if V possesses greater future sight than Jihad, I wonder how much he laid plans for. These are just my idle thoughts. I can stop, though. It's okay. Keep going. It's just like, I'm trying to stay on topic, and I'm just like, when did he get future sight? I don't fucking know. I'm supposed to know that. Why don't you have the answer, Sway? Because I'm just a regular civilian like the rest of you. I'm not special. I have no extra information or connection to Naver or Webtoon. I read this week to week just like everybody else. I am a blue-collared man. Not gonna lie, I think Traumerei might be innocent in a sense. He might want to feel guilty, but as he said, it's impossible, so this trial is unfair. That's not how that works. That's terrible reasoning. I know you're a Traumerei fan, but that's a terrible rationalization. I still think Traumerei had a point, and I understand his perspective and point of view, but if a sociopath or whatever, I think sociopaths are people who literally cannot understand emotion, goes on a killing spree. Well, he didn't know or really understand. No, you still committed a crime and broke the law. You will be dealt with accordingly. That is not a loophole. No, you tried to. You tried it though. I'm on your ass now. I'm on your head now. I do think SIU's backstory, where there are so many reveals, we get like 10 more questions. Yes, facts. Naya, you are SIU assistant. You should have the answers. Apparently, they just think I know everything. I don't know anything more than y'all. I read this every week like you guys do. V offs himself similar to Enkidu and Ameus. That's possible. I don't have anywhere else to spell TOG nonsense. I understand. Go ahead. I'm just. It's okay. It was just I had a. It's okay. Don't worry. Do you? I don't think V not choosing who was wrong is a big deal. Big deal. He was caught between friends and a good reason on both ends. Plus, it seems to me that it's implied that those two will argue anyways. Fair. I mean, I think so. To some degree, you don't got all the answers, Sway. I don't. Trial leaking. Chat be asking random ass ish all the time. Ask SIU to join the next Family Head Gathering podcast. Maybe that could help. Oh yeah, let me just call him, bro. I have his number. Hell, at this point, even SIU don't know some points happen in the future. V trolls ass over bros. I respect it. Was Arlene the woman that broke in with Looselek? I think so. It seemed that way, yes. The girl that person in the the skies that we saw. It's been a while since I read the chapter. I don't remember it as well as I probably should, but yeah. Anything else? So I think is important this week. Oh, the significance of V going to probably Maxeth and getting the 2 items, the scale and the staff to give to Gustang is interesting. At this point, I guess Gustang is not working with the workshop that well and is very, very suspicious of them and finds the old man shady. But V, while Gustang was fulfilling his role, did reward him with something to help him do it better. Fucking ice cream, dog. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. I fucking hate ice cream truck. Ice cream is trash. Anyways. Where was I at? I don't even know that. I don't even know what Icarus is supposed to be at this point, so I don't know. I think it was Arlene though, personally. That was what I assumed. I thought it was Arlene. I didn't know if people thought it was possibly Icarus. I'm not really in Tower of God like forums and Reddit and stuff, so I don't know what the community is thinking at large. That's my fault. But that's just because after Monday I fuck off. Or is Icarus metaphorical now because we're getting a lot of wing metaphors in these recent chapters? V's wings, Traum's wings, and the other arrogant one's wings. That's kind of where I went last week when I saw V with his wings. I said V was Icarus all along. It was a joke. And also in the next panel, Yeon Li Rang actually burns him as if to symbolize flying closer to the sun. So I'm like, is this just a thing that you can apply to many people? Is there really an Icarus? I don't know. He said, nah, take that back. Take what back? Do you think the workshop and Maxeth are just travel along with the warriors, or do they take time to travel to the floor he's at traveling along? I'm not sure. Maybe there's a way to easily access them, and maybe because these guys are irregulars. I'm starting to believe too it's possible Maxeth is the first irregular. That's a theory I've heard a lot, and I'm like, this could make sense. Or is the first possible human or man, and maybe Cha's a descendant of him, the first descendant of man. I'm not sure, but I'm starting to think there's probably a lot of truth to that. Icarus are just like Amades, but into V. Naya's Icarus. I'm not Icarus. I'm not Icarus. I'm not a family head. I am a regular civilian. I walk amongst the people. I'm the people's champ. I don't rule above them. I walk amongst them. That's my rule. The panel after necromancy has someone who appears like the person that seems to be consistently hinted to be Icarus, so I think. Let me see. You talking about this thing? That thing? I'm guessing. I don't know. Can't blame ice cream for the truck's actions. Oh, I genuinely don't like ice cream. My bad. I'm also lactose, so I just think ice cream is garbage and a waste of time, and it's just gonna make you fat. There's just no reason to eat ice cream, in my opinion. But hey, live your life. Live your life. You guys know I'm a health guy. I'm a healthy man. I don't eat nonsense. Oh. What's that line I always hear people say nowadays? Americans eat like they have free healthcare. Oh man. Okay. No, that was Lachute, the girl rat cooked. Yeah, the powers of the workshop only make sense if he's an irregular. Now is the blue hole? Maybe. Was it Traumerei fan 77? I die in space. I don't make it to the sun. Maxeth seems to me like he wants to leave the tower. That's why he's helping Zahardinko. That's interesting. I'm not a Baylord. Let's not do that. I'm not. That's disrespectful. I ain't no Baylord. I don't know. The fact that it was V that gave Gusting the items was ironic considering Traumerei tried to blame the death of Ames on V. Naya Ratcha. I'm not mad at that one. Also, hey yo, 14 people and not liking the video. You guys are lacking on the likes today. Only 17 likes. Oh no, it says 26 like 27 likes. Yeah, hit the like for me, man. Hit the like. I think it was too early to have been Lashute. I mean, it looks like her silhouette, honestly, but maybe that was a form of necromancy and blood manipulation. Maybe that's why she has blood powers or something. I don't know. Wait, did Gustang send Rachel to absorb Enkidu or to make him admit to make him admit the truth? I don't know. Off topic, but Canada got a good ass basketball squad this year. Y'all might make a run. We've had a good team for a while. Just Americans are arrogant and think that they win everything when it comes to basketball all the time. They'll make a decent run again. I think they got bronze last time, or whatever the last thing was. They'll make a decent run, but I think we have too much guard play. We don't have a lot of great bigs. And who didn't play this year? Was it RJ? Was it RJ Barrett? Is RJ the one not playing? No, it's Wiggins. Wiggins isn't playing. But no, we got a squad. We got a good team. But I don't really care. I don't care about Olympic basketball in the slightest. The only thing I care about is I like to watch 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x1 relay. But I care about the Canadian women's defending the gold that they won in Tokyo, because I've been waiting for them to win for a long time. So I'm excited to see like Jordan and Leon and them go ham. No Christine Sinclair anymore. She retired, but I'm here to watch my Canadian women get the gold back to back in football, soccer. That's all I care about. But good luck to the Canadian boys. Good luck. But likely USA is gonna win. The workshop seems like they just want to end up on top at the end of any conflict. Like V and Max Seth had a good relationship, yet the workshop had been working with Zahard Empire now. I have a feeling Max Seth will end up working with Band's faction when he realizes he'll beat Zahard. So he's just smart. He allies himself with the winner. Okay, makes sense to me. The other reason Gusang didn't use the scale on Enkidu. Also, why did Traumerei think he no longer had these items? Yama stocks on the rise. Unironically, Gustang will make Traumerei fall to his level, and Yama has all the reason to kill Traumerei since Traumerei killed his papa, mom, and uncle. Yeah, I don't see it. I know he had his catnap and he got the red marks, but I am so done with Slayers, bro. I'm done with them. I'm done. So yeah. Is there a basketball World Cup? As a European, I'm hoop illiterate. No, not really. But what I do like sometimes is the winners of like the European League and the winners of the NBA, they'll play a game after. I remember there was one year that the Lakers, when Kobe won I think in 2009, they lost to FC Barcelona, but they won the other time. But I think just like the Club World Cup or like the UEFA Super Cup, there should be something like that. Because I agree with what Noah Lyles said a few years ago, wherever it was. You win the NBA, Larry O'Brien, you are a national champion. You are not a world champ. You have to beat the other best teams on the other continents to say that. So I think for the African League or South African League or European League, I think all the best continents and maybe the second best team ever should be in an eighth group knockout tournament to see who's the best basketball team on the planet of the year. That's why I actually really like the Club World Cup and stuff like that. Or like how, you know, the Europa League winner and Champions League winner play a match for the UEFA Super Cup. I like stuff like that. It's like, who's really the best? But they don't do that because they're scared. I think Americans really deep down inside, a lot of the powers that be know they're not the dominant force they were when it was Michael Jordan's era. They're scared. They don't want to face the Europeans. And then also they play by FIBA rules, and NBA rules are a little different. Yamo Dumas now? Nah. He forgot he has his number. Why wouldn't he forget that? To be fair, just a question. I'm always been wrong in my ideas and theories so many times. I was expect to be 100% wrong. There's no facts here. No, I get it. It's just sometimes I feel like you guys expect me to have a profound statement, and it's like, I don't know. And I've always been comfortable telling you when I don't know something. I think some other creators would be like, hey Naya, do you think the reason that Luffy went in this mode is because when he died and he got I'm like, they'll probably try to be like, yeah, that makes sense. I'll be like, I don't know. He didn't explain it. I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I don't pretend to know what I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up and Traumerei gonna ask, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? The what's his name? Conor McGregor. Looking forward to the track matchups more than basketball. Track and field is always my favorite thing when it comes to Olympics. I love track. Yeah. Prowse was stated to be a light bearer. Yama greater than Tupuri. Yama. I want Slayers to beef up. I'm not holding breath. Naya and Traumerei today. I do not know. Facts. Naya, do you think that Yama's going to become the ultimate Slayer and actually become the king of the Houndboard and Beast King and be the one to take Traumerei's life in the end when Gustang beats the immortality out of the stick? I have not seen the future, therefore I cannot answer that. I do not know. I like Winter Olympics for snowboarding especially, so I'm with you on that. Winter Olympics is more better secretly. Well, most ways, but yeah, I love anything to do with snowboarding, so I'm always in there. I have not watched it yet, no. I haven't watched it yet. Belleria getting name dropped actually annoyed me because I do not care about that bum, do not mention him, but there's probably a reason for why Gustang did pick him specifically. I do think he has some type of at least symbolic importance, but I'm with you. He's a loser, he's weak, I don't rate him. He's not as smart as he seems, but he's got a significance. So yeah. I do not know the future, but I do know the future, but I ain't going to tell y'all. That's selfish. That's selfish. No, I'm probably just going to wait until the summer is over to get into my reading bag. But maybe if there's a day where I don't have a... By the way, I never said I was watching Free Reign, however you say it. I said I would read it for you guys on stream. I'd give it 10 chapters and let you know how I feel. But... like I think I said this. I don't know how often you guys come to my Twitch streams and stuff like that. It's summertime. It's hot. I have things I want to do and places to be. So I no longer feel bad about not streaming some days or not whatever. Like when I have the time, I have the time. When I feel like it, I feel like it. I'm a stream when I stream. But don't worry. I will read all the list. I have the list. I will read all the things I said I will read when the time comes. Just not now. Right now, I'm doing the bare minimum. Tower God Kubera, and I fuck off. He's connected to the red light district. I forget. I don't remember. Maybe. Belleria is the lost brother of Rachel. Belleria is so low on the totem pole that him being the cause of punishment is all the more symbolic. That's probably part of the thing, is to be like the insignificant creatures that you look on, the vermin, the trifold, the whatever. You're going to lose to, even amongst the vermin, he's a burger. And you're about to lose to him. So, yeah. Swimming and track are the most exciting, especially back when Bolt and Michael Phelps were competing. Easily. Phelps used to go crazy. Yeah, Usain Bolt. I never forget that one year with Andre DeGrasse, because I know people who know him. I've never met Andre DeGrasse, but I know people who went to school with him. They're like, yo, he was a hooper, but he was always stupid, dumb, fast. And that was exciting. But I wanted him to beat Bolt, but, you know, Jamaica. Badman thing a go on. So yeah. Jesus Christ almighty. I'm very late, but I'm finally here. Welcome. You have any thoughts and opinions on the Tower of God chapter you want to share? Because I'm about ready to wrap up. I got nothing else to say this week. This is the lowest I've been on the good stretch of chapters, though. I'm at a 7.5. It was still good, though, but SIU has an uncanny ability to go into something I want to see, and I leave with 50 more questions than I had before. And I got questions. I got some questions. Like the video. What was your favorite panel? What would you rate it? And what was your favorite piece of dialogue? Share that with me. And yeah, we'll just have to save. Follow Naya on Twitch. He's one away from 900. If someone does it, I appreciate it. I could at least hit one goal for the year. I'm trying to hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, and I wanted to hit 5 digits this year on this channel, but that's not gonna happen. I already gave up on that. My favorite panel was Gusting jumping at Traumerei before he smacked his head. Favorite panel in months. That's what's up. That's what's up. Traumerei with the bloody nose. Favorite panel. That's what's up. 8 out of 10. That's what's up. Traumerei's speech was probably my favorite piece of dialogue, though. I did like his speech. But my favorite panel will always be the judge. That guy with the scale and the pen, he's just so raw to me. Like, that design is just impeccable. Pantagana, I don't know if you know this. I'm just going to post it one more time just because I'm here. We did find we did find another translation. Now, all we did was up one ass translations to 2, but we do have 2 now. It's called arvincomics.com. So we do have 2 now. So I was reading 2 this week. Just read the chapter, felt like it killed the heat the last few chapters built. I won't say it killed it, but I definitely thought it was the weakest. That's where I'm at. I thought it was the weakest. 9 out of 10. The best panel was the Seraph one, the blood swirling around Gusting before its head came back was good too. That's fire. Favorite panel was Traumerei doing the Bellingham celebration. I have a number 9 Mbappe Madrid shirt coming already. I have it coming in the black. The Madrid black. You guys thought that was a joke. I'm back. Hala Madrid. I'm back. I haven't been here since Ronaldo left. We back. And if we get Davies next year, because whatever his name is, I always talking out his ass. That's why I hate Bayern so goddamn much. Hollywood FC. Plus another thing that I won't get into because I don't want to get into that, but Davies is coming on a free next year. We're about to get Davies too. Galacticos. New era, bro. 4.0, 3.0, 3.5. The Galacticos. Anyways. 2 cheeks form an ass. That is true. That is true. My favorite dialogue, I do not know. LOL. Seraph of Light was cool, but Traumerei speech 8 out of 10. I've also been a not fan of Traum, so seeing him with blood, I'm here for his downfall too. I don't know that I'm gonna get it, but I'm with that. Traumerei summons Mahoraga next chapter as a lawyer. What's happening in that series? Are they still fighting Sukuna? Forgot. I have not peeped in a minute. I haven't read One Piece in like how long? Yeah, I just read Kubera and Tower God at this point. Then every once in a while I'll pick up a comic book. If I have free time, I'm playing video games. I don't want to watch nothing. I don't want to read nothing. I'm pressing buttons. And I do not get a lot of free time. I have even less free time now. I used to get some me time. I haven't had a proper me time moment in a minute. I used to be able to decompress at nights at the very least. But now, it ain't the same. JJK is having a sports arc right now. Oh, word. They're playing sports? What are they playing, man? Still, yes. God, that shit is boring to me. It's been so boring. The final conflict with him. JKK taking 1 billion breaks. That's funny. Not reading those series doesn't make you feel like you're missing out on a lot. No, I don't feel like I'm missing on anything. Honestly. I like this chapter a lot, but my only problem is SU not diving further into Traumerei sins yet. Hopefully we get that. I mean, I was never a JJK guy, so I don't ever cared about it like that. One Piece, yes, but I've made my peace with my stance on One Piece. It is what it is. I just don't feel the same way I feel about it. I don't think about it on my spare time. I just don't care about One Piece anymore. I just don't. This egghead stuff completely killed any care or hype that I had for the most part. I'll peep stuff for Crocodile Tax. I already invested so much time, energy, and emotion into One Piece, but so I'll see it to the end. And maybe something happens that turns my opinion around, but presently I just don't care about it. I don't. It's not my favorite manga. Traumerei will yell, Urak, help me, and his father will come save him. More crimes for Traumerei, more respect. Whatever happens in One Piece is, yeah, okay, let's move on. I heard the arc had ended. So I'm like, y'all really did that to Kizaru. Disrespectful. I heard Bonnie got Nika powers. I just don't like anything that I'm hearing. I like the powers of JJK more than the story. I get that. I like the concept of many things in Jujutsu Kaisen much more than the actual execution of it. I'm with you on that. But after Shibuya, I think that this stuff went downhill. And I'm not as high on that arc as most people are. I'm not calling it bad. I'm not saying it's mid. Just don't think it's a classic 10 out of 10 shonen arc. It's not that good, but it was really good in my opinion. Granted, I still think Mahito was the best antagonist, villain, bad guy, however you want to phrase it, that the series has had. And him not being there, I do think was a major blow. I don't think Kenjaku, Sukuna, or anyone has been as interesting as Mahito. Hot take maybe, I don't know. You feel worse about One Piece or Tower of God? Guessing Tower of God, but talking about it helps the economy. One Piece hasn't really even had a stretch that's moved me in a really long time. Tower of God, I may be rolling the dice, but I get these few like 6 weeks where I'm having a good time before I have a bad time to get again. I'd actually say I'm higher on Tower of God. Not from an overall story perspective. I still think One Piece has done a much better job constructing its overall narrative. But in terms of the week-to-week experience, I rather deal with Tower of God right for the time being. But it's not like a night and day. It's like 1A, 1B. It's not that far off. Like Kubera, I'm excited to read every week. Jojo Lands, I'm excited to read every month. You know, Monstress, I'm excited to read every issue or every volume when I get to read my comic books. But I've realized that at this point, I don't really care to read or watch stuff. Like, if I have free time, I want to play the game. Or go outside and hang out and do other stuff. Like, I don't like sitting down and watching anime. I haven't really liked watching anime in a long time. I don't watch a lot of anime. I really don't watch anything. You know, every day someone's like, yo, did you watch the new Demon Slayer? I'm like, that's out? I'm like, yeah, yo. Somebody recommended me something like Windbreaker. And I'm like, oh, the biking manhwa, the webtoon. They're like, no, it's like a delinquent manga. And I'm like, if I read it, I'm just going to compare it to Crows. It's going to be inferior to Crows. I'm not going to like it. There's just no point in me trying. Like, I'm just a washed up old man. Y'all expect too much from me. I don't have the passion that you guys have still. When at 22, I'd watch every single new anime of the new season and try 100 different manga for no reason. I go to shit that says like, yo, surprise me. Click it and take me to a random series and I'd give it a fair chance. I do not have the energy. I'm a Jurgen Klopp. I don't have the energy, bro. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. It's also why I don't like when someone tries to recommend me something that's okay. Give me something you genuinely think is phenomenal or great. I don't have time for mediocrity anymore. So yeah. Anyways. Crocodile was in the latest chapter. I see this time when someone said that, I asked somebody, is Crocodile in the chapter or just in a panel? And they told me the truth. So I didn't read it. The problem is that Gege rushed to culling games and cut plot lines. Now he's dragging the battle with Sukuna and almost no one dies. I just feel like fighting in JJK, they just be fighting a little too much. I don't care if people think that's a bad take. I'm kind of with you. But it's a battle shonen, I guess, right? So is One Live still in your top 5 or would you recent chapters just ruin the whole thing for you? Like, I still love free time skip. I could still go back to my favorite moments of free time skip and have the time of my life, which I actually probably still do in some capacity. I don't know. I'll make my list for the year later. It'd probably be hovering around the 6-7 spot at this point though. Hakari is fighting Uraume, million chapters. Do you think TOG is in a better place than One Piece? I think I said this earlier. From an overall narrative standpoint, no. But the week-to-week experience, I think, is probably better. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know what's happening in One Piece right now, so maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they did something egregious that ruined something lore-wise or something, whatever. I pray we see Tengen's merger. Understandable. If they're going to cut away, I hope we go to the boss versus everyone. Read Ordeal. No, thank you. The fight in JJK is fine. People are dying. Don't know what that idiot said. Refreshing, not knowing how a villain is going to be defeated. Yeah, you guys know how I feel about Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not mad at anyone's take. I'm not here to tell anyone how to feel. I think they fight too much. I actually think they fight too much too. But again, I can't get mad at a battle shonen for them fighting. It's just interesting because I think all the discussion always leans on the combat and the abilities and the powers and the hacks and the OP-ness and then I did see is Barry still here? Damn, might have left. I saw him retweet something that I saw. That's an egregious take, but I'm not. Again, I'm so unbothered by all this stuff. Like, I'm just too grown. Like, if you want to look at me and tell me, yo, the Promised Neverland has the greatest shonen written main character the world's ever seen, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, all right, you got it, bro. And my day goes on. Like, I'm not arguing with you. I don't care what you think. I know you're wrong. I can understand once a manga loses magic for you, it's hard for them to capture it back. If you could choose the next TOG arc, where would you want to take the story? These questions always fascinate me because I always say the decisions that I make wouldn't have taken us to this point. And I feel like I used to have an answer. But maybe since we're talking about stuff related to the workshop in Mexeth, I wouldn't mind them reaching another floor with a different workshop and really getting into the nitty-gritty of that. And maybe doing a slight rehash of the old workshop, but in a new with the newer context and the newer paradigm shift that we had. Maybe explore some FUG stuff with the snow tree of Arlene. I mean, if I'm just being really, really honest, just film him you love. I don't care what he's doing. He could be sitting down eating chicken. He could be chilling, doing push-ups, reading a book. I don't know what he does in his free time, playing baseball. Give me Mew Love. The greatest of all time. I'm 26 and I feel the same way. I still read manhwa because that mid hits more than anything. Kubera and Lord of Mysteries have revitalized my interest in webtoons and web novels for now. Kubera is definitely what saved me from a content creation standpoint. It really put a battery in my back. I'm like, okay, I'm excited to talk about this, but the things that excite most people don't excite me, and I understand this the more and more the older I get. I don't think the way most people do, and that's not to say that my way of thinking is always right. But the way I parse through information and stuff, it just, everyone else, it seems to be more of a hive mind thing. Like, I'm a part of the JJK hive, so I must think in alignment with what most people tend to think. I could deviate here or there. Where I've always been a person who never cares about the collective, I'm an individual. I had the Ronaldo problem. Egotistical, prideful maniac. I'm above the team. I'm bigger than the club. I have that issue. I'm very much always been an individual. I also think a compelling antagonist does really move me these days. I agree. There's a lot I can say about the characters, be the themes, but most people not even smart enough to see it when it's right in your face. There's no point in explaining it. I don't like when people do that. Explain it then. Just explain it. Go ahead. A lot of people do that. Why didn't I shake his head at Ordeal? Because I'm not in the mood to read that. Yeah, I was going to say something workshop related as well. Yeah. If I could choose the next TOG arc, I would choose an entire arc in the past. Maybe just get into the sins of the 13 Great Warriors. That's possible. I'm always here for more workshop. I agree. Wait, what did you say before that? It just says two stupid manga, Gojo, Kashimo, Higurumo, and Chozo died, but father like Ino, Ui, and Lore are alive, so Kuno's Cleave and Dismantle are somehow done. Don't kill anyone. This is not my. I literally have no horse in this race. I'm on the sideline. Okay, this is not my fight. This devolved quickly to from a TOG stream. Most of the time, the things you talk about, I might not know or might not have too much interest in, but I understand you genuinely love the thing you will choose to talk about. Yeah, that's how I usually am in most aspects. That's why the other like channel I have with the with video essays have been a really breath of fresh air for my content creation, because I can really flex all of my eclectic interest. I actually have pretty much finished the next video. It's been a while. It's been like 3 weeks since I've done one, because I won't lie to y'all, I've been lazy. But like here, getting to flex like my video game knowledge, talking about my cartoon knowledge, comic books, all that stuff has been a breath of fresh air for me, because this is when I can really get into my bag. Because my bag is deep. It's not one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? So it just takes a lot more time because I got to structure it. But I know nothing. I know nothing, bro. I ain't in this fight. I like Kubera JJK TOG different. Youngest magical swordsman. Very different, but I feel a difference, and not everything has to be the same. That makes sense. Have I read The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson? No, I have not read it in a minute, bro. I've been a bad reader for a while. I think my sister read more books than me last year. And when it comes to like Stormlight and stuff, where am I at? And I don't know that I'll ever get the energy to really get back into that. I'm just busy, yo. I'll be out. I'll be doing stuff. Bruh, you didn't announce this stream? I definitely announced it in the Discord and stuff. So, yeah. Unless you meant the community post. I always forget to do that. In that case, I forgot. But you're right. I do think people make the mistake of liking something. I've made this mistake a lot in my past, of liking something and thinking everything that has to be done in that style, which is why I am always a proponent of saying there's not one way to execute a story good. This is why I don't think a static character is better than a dynamic character, or having a story that focuses on characters is better than a story that focuses on plots or subplots. It's always going to be about the creative team, the author, the writers, whatever the case may be. How did you execute the ideas in your mind? The reason that I don't forget this. Somebody once asked me to be honest and say Berserk was better than JoJo. And I'm like, the reasons that I go to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure are completely different for why I would read Berserk. Why would I even compare these two? One is a very zany, wacky, over-the-top, fun-ass manga with bizarre stuff in it. One is a much more serious, dark fantasy with mature themes like sexual stuff. Not that JoJo didn't evolve into that to some degree later with a more seinen approach, but what are we talking about? Why would I don't read those for the same thing, for the same reasons. The reason that I enjoy Fog Killer 5 Elements is not necessarily the same reason why I watch Legend of Hei. Legend of Hei Danhua gives me one of my favorite student and master relationships with Xiao Hei and Wuxian. Plus, I like the camaraderie that he has with some of the people that he met when he was somewhat hurt after we stole the whatever. Scissor 7 makes me laugh my ass off. Comedic gold. Fog Killer 5 Elements, ungodly hands. Oh my God, they be boxing. It's to the point, it's ruined a lot of shows for me. I'm like, y'all not fighting like Fog Killer 5 Elements. I don't want to see it. They throwing ungodly hands. So like, you go different things for different reasons. Whatever the next arc is, they should have to add more adventures, vibes, like settings, more world building, and seeing a way of how we're getting nice real princess arcs to be nice. Not gonna lie, visual novel's been hitting hard for me. You know why it's been on Pixel Cup. Ignoring that guy, don't even get the power system, but the answer, I like how the theme of what you have to give up for something is consistent in the power with binding vows. Okay. Not gonna lie, JJK's not really is really not that deep. The fights are cool, but I hate the fans that try to pretend like it's deeper. I got no smoke for nobody. I do not care in any direction. Bro, you didn't announce the stream ever. Damn, where that was at? Ever plan to check out Mausoleum Books of the Fallen? I know it's a massive undertaking. All you guys do is give me work. Nah, you know what? I'll stop making a deal with you guys. You guys want me to do this and that, unga bunga, this and that. When I do the streams I want to do, show up and participate. If you don't desire enough, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna pull a Simi. If you desire it enough for me to do this, you're gonna have to play ball with me. I had a stream where I was making a Kubera and Tower of God stream, and mostly my friends were commenting. It was like Simi, Vince, Lizard, Glam, Katan, one of my mods. Soul was there too. You guys didn't show up for that. You know how excited I was to do that? I don't care if you understand shit about football or soccer. You can participate. You could be like, I feel like Chess, because he's a horse, should be fast, so his agility should be high. And then we can, you guys hurt my feelings a little bit. You didn't really show up for that stream the way I was hoping you guys did. So if you want me to play ball with you, you're going to have to play ball with me. Because I'm building an Al Ashy team and probably a One Piece team too. So you show up to the streams that I'm excited for when I'm gaming, and I'll start to check out the stuff you want me to check out. You said you like Gojo, so I won't go too much into it. But like seeing himself as a flower that everyone adores and needing love. Gojo to me is overpowered done extremely correctly. I actually have a video essay that I finished a script for. I recorded it and never made the visuals yet. But yeah, I don't have Discord, my bad. Oh, sorry. I said, well, yeah, but Lizard told me, it's my fault. I do have to start posting every time I'm going to be live on my community post. I always forget about it. That's my bad. Stormlight's so good. I can't wait for book 5. Contrasted with Sukuna when he cares about himself. Doesn't value why others feel a sense of determination in fighting to the death. He thinks they are all fake, except Yuji. Tenkaichi, monthly series with a godly art. Cool characters and fights. Shares a body with him. The sharing of the body makes him face the fact that Yuji is really a representation of everything he doesn't believe in. I don't want to clog up your stream with the plethora of stuff. The average teenage my series better than yours. Nerds don't pick up because they can't figure out why Sukuna is healing slow. Fair enough. A princess arc would be good. I would like the princess arc. I would like that. Where was I at? Am I here? Why Ui, who ain't on the battlefield, is still alive? Join the Discord if you want to be updated. Says nerd who don't understand JKK either. Check on Nai's channel. Check on Nai's Patreon. I showed up till I fell asleep. No, you were doing good. Some of you were good. For some of you it was really late. I get that. It was late, but I was like excited. I had fun, all things considered, but I was like, damn. Like secretly, Katan, you and Glam built the Kubera team. It was you and Soul. You guys and Soul. No one, and Scob with a little sprinkle of he had a spice every once in a while. Like you came in here. So again, when we play more Pixel Cup, because I'm thinking of making doing career mode with a Kubera team or something too. Show up. Then I'll play ball with you guys. Give and take, yin and yang. Equivalent exchange. I think that's fair. I'm about to wrap up, by the way. I'm ready to edit some stuff and go on with my day. So yeah, I was there when I could. No, you're good, Kyan. You were good. Jess, not just binding vows like Gojo getting stronger due to him going deeper into becoming someone that cannot relate to others. Same with Kashimo. Same with Kurenji. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Then he became almost untouchable and became. You know what? I'm gonna drop that Gojo video maybe next week. Let me put out the IP one. Then I'll drop the Gojo one, and then I'll do Pixel Cup after. I'll drop that Gojo video. Let me finish it. I need to get that done. It's because it's just sitting there looking at me, and I'm like, I can edit, or I can go in the streets. They wearing sundresses, and I go outside. This ain't a TOG stream, not anymore. Forsaking his humanity. Words are good. Which princess you want to see next? N. Always want to see free N. Free N. N or Hitman Adori, always. The next one will be Hagi Forone, the one that with the sword or whatever her name is. a dash here and there, just a little spice. It was potent. The spice spiced up the flavor. But sometimes I know you guys are doing something and watching the stream. I don't mind usually when you're lurking. That was a stream where literally you were building the team. I was just a conduit to make it happen. So if you didn't comment, there was no stream. That's why I was getting frustrated. Usually, if you guys are lurking, it doesn't bother me because maybe you're listening and doing homework or you're playing the game or something. I get that. I do that a lot too. When Simi is live a lot, I'm editing work. So I can't just be typing all the time. I have to do what I'm doing, listen to what I'm doing. So I get that. Hard to beat the sundress. Free N. They destroyed that universe. But we need to make that team better. Those losses hurt me. I tweaked a few things. And I tweaked a few things. So I brought up their overall a little bit. But yeah, when we simulate that tournament, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a One Piece team, Kubera team, Tower God team, Ao Ashi team, Blue Lock team, Captain Tsubasa team, Monogatari team. What am I forgetting? Oh, our team, the Force. With me, Simi, Vince, and those guys. And I'll probably add like 2 more to the pool to round it out to 10. I'm probably going to put Manchester United from 2008 when Ronaldo got the Ballon d'Or, and maybe like, I don't know, Milan or something. We'll see. But it's going to be fun. Because then we're going to simulate the tournament. I don't know if we want to do a knockout tournament or more like a prem thing, or do you want to do a group stages into the knockout stage? We'll set it all up. But again, we'll probably do that, if not Wednesday, Thursday. So it all makes sense. By the way, newest Kubera chapter. I didn't read it. Because I was already live when it came out. I didn't read it yet. If you discuss JJK fans and see all the Buddha references and philosophies of preparation, can't wait to watch more Pixel matches on stream. Gintama, yes, I gotta make the Zura clan. So this is for the win. Comfy and good looking. Monogatari with Kanburi was captain. Now hold on. She got blitzed. Now I'm willing to make Kaiki the manager maybe, but hey, Kaiki proved he more athletic. He blitzed her. Hit it with the. It might be Kaiki. It might have to be my goal. We'll see though. We'll see. No, you're good. Usually I would know, but it came up maybe about an hour into to me already being live. I need I just want Tiara to just do them on the weekends or at the same time. And I get it. Life is life, whatever. But if the scan team could be consistent, I can build my schedule around it. Kaiki manager too strong. He's so pragmatic. I actually feel like he'd play terrorism football. We're playing Southgate ball, Didier Deschamps ball, deep down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. No, a chapter dropped literally today while I was live. I see it in the Discord. It's 331. It's there in the Discord right now. That was the one prior to that I did off screen already. Kaiki gonna solo the league. Kaiki Deshu, the man them. But yeah, I'll probably read that again. Maybe tomorrow I'll read it, then watch the episode of Tower God, or watch the Tower episode and read it. But I'm not gonna unlist that one. I'm not unlisting it. I need it to look like I've been streaming multiple days. The reason why I don't want to split up the Kubera and Tower God stuff, because I have to unpublish it to put it on Patreon so it's exclusive. That's the reason. So it will look like I only stream 3 times for the week. I don't want to do that. I'm tired of it looking like I'm not streaming that much. I'm streaming more than it looks, but I usually have to unprivate 1 or 2 a week. So that might be one of those days where everyone just gets to see that chapter. We'll see. I don't know. But anywho. So yeah. But he being the manager might move. Con man took down a fake god. Kaiki gonna sold the league. Yeah. The Kubera chapter came out on the website that you gave me. Look, I'm talking about this. I didn't read this. sorry, I know I paused for a second. This chapter I didn't read. The last chapter was the Urvasi stuff for me. The Urvasi reveal, the Taraka stuff, and Indra chase leads down to the chasm. That's the last thing I read. I didn't read the one after it, which I will do tomorrow. But all right, I'm out of here. I wanted to say something rude and disrespectful, but nothing came to mind. That's odd for me. I'm not nice. I'm not a nice person. I can't think of anything disrespectful to end the stream with.